What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out International Legion stealing Russian BMP. This is going to be an interesting video by CivDiv. We watched two of CivDiv's videos not long ago, and they were phenomenal. I don't know where he gets this footage from, but it was genuinely really good. The information was really good, and yeah, I'm excited to watch more of them. If you haven't already, like I always do, guys, I always get that odd one or two comments being like, who's that guy talking in the corner? Listen, if you want to watch the original video, and even if you've watched this video, please go over to the original video. There'll be a link down below. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, and all that good stuff. There's information in the description of this video that I'll talk about before we get started, but still, please go check them out because it's highly worth it. Also, before we get started, a couple of announcements. Morale, the giveaway is still going on. The Kickstarter starts in 26 days, I think it is. 25 days. But if you don't want to be part of the Kickstarter or you can't afford it, we're doing a giveaway, and you can enter that giveaway link down below. We're giving away a pack of 12 cans, a hoodie, and a t-shirt. So I highly recommend you go and do it. It's 3 lucky people. It's very exciting, and I can't wait to get this drink into your hands. Speaking of drinks, if you want to keep your drinks cold, you can get yourself a chug, the channel sponsor. These are insulated, so they will keep your morale or your beer or whatever it is you want to drink insulated for a long time. Also, the ropes are actually waterproof, which is really, really cool. And not only can you get 10% off, link down below, but you can get free customization. That's my initials, LJJ. And you get a free bag. Have I got the bag with me? I got it here somewhere. Here we go. To carry your chug in. And they're genuinely like a premium bag. It's not like a cheap bag. It's like a really well-made bag. So I highly recommend you get one because you can get 10% off. Link down below. And they're absolutely fantastic. Other than that, let's shut up. Let's watch CivDiv's video. Before we get started, though, I'm going to read the description real quick because there's always a little bit of information in there in CivDiv's videos that I personally think are very important. So, UK GoPro, International Legion, stealing Russian BMP. This is not my footage, but I was given permission by the owner to edit and post it on his behalf. The PayPal for donating to him is right here, if that's something you're interested in. He just recovered from a traumatic spinal injury from that mission and recently went to Bakhmut 3 months ago. The entire team has my support. Feel free to chip in if you'd like. Thank you. And it looks like that there are donation links right here and Instagram social media links to the people in the video. So if that's something that you're interested in, go over to the original video and check it out in the description. Let's watch what's going on here. 16.5 minutes of what I know is going to be great footage. I'm very excited for this. Okay. How do you say that? Kapansky area? Kharkiv offensive. I wish I could read Ukrainian and just like know how to say it properly. My old team member who took out the BMP and then assaulted the Russian Spetsnaz position video in my channel also gave me this footage. So this is the same guy that we watched the 2-part footage where they're like clearing these rooms and there's like 2 teams, and then they find out that a building between these 2 teams actually has Spetsnaz like hiding in it. And so there's this whole assault in the building, and then at the end of the building, it gets bombed, and then it's just all over the place. But the footage and the reality of what's going on out there, it's such a good bit of content for people to have a good understanding of what life is like as a soldier in Ukraine. So go and check it out if you haven't already. So let's see here. I'm presuming 3 of the 4 soldiers here would be injured during that assault, but before all that, they did many combat patrols. Jeez. At 2:56, I show what happened later this day with the photos he took. He was nearly killed by a cluster bomb in the building you saw at the beginning. I'm presuming they're kind of just walking through this building, so I'm presuming it's already been cleared.
Should be in here, away from the windows. Alright. Now get the salsa out.
It must have been already cleared because they look very relaxed walking through it. But at the same time, when you've cleared, you know, hundreds of buildings, you're going to look more relaxed, aren't you? You're going to get used to it in a way. Horrible to say, but it's true. Oh, this looks a bit more like yeah, here we go, okay. So they're really taking up positions here. They're doing one-man room clearings, which is just not ideal at all, is it? Stood in the doorway. They're clearing this house to spend the night, okay.
Toilet. Toilet's clear.
Yeah, they're doing one-man clearing of rooms. It's just rough, isn't it? This area was liberated the same day. Yeah, so there's something that's already been taken. They're just doing like a mandatory sweep of the building. I'm sure they're confident that it's empty at the moment. But you never know, and that's why they're doing it, right?
Ready.
So this hasn't been cleared, I don't think, because they're taking bigger precautions here. And I'm presuming that's just the wallpaper, but it looks wood. I was going to say it looks like a really thin wall, that, doesn't it? But I think it's just the wallpaper or something put on the wall. Yeah. But these are the type of things you got to look for, aren't they? I mean, look at that painting on the wall. Like, this could have been someone's room or someone's, like, I don't know, like classroom or something like. It's just sad to see that it's turned into something like this, isn't it?
Fuck, I thought this was a lit. Thought we were able to. Oh, that's over that way. Yeah. Go.
So that building's clear by the looks of it. It's like obviously a very built-up place, this. This is where kids would have been playing, you know, people would have been going to work, spending the days growing up here, and now it's just become a war-torn country. It's just, it's horrible to think, because like you look outside at your own house and you think, oh, it's beautiful, right? But you just don't know what's around the corner like this, do you? Like if a war kicked off and the place you grew up becomes, you know, shelters for people to hide in from bombs, and it's insane, isn't it? This building, a couple hours later, he was inside the damaged section, which is a staircase inside. The cluster bomb knocked him down the stairs, but luckily didn't kill him. Oh my god, yeah, look at that photo in the bottom left. Oh shit, yeah.
Go.
Wow. That's rough. Is it froze on me, or is it... Oh no, he's just showing the pictures. Jeesh. That really tore it apart, didn't it? He's got an angle grinder in his backpack, and we saw a little clip at the start of him, like, chopping some chain with it. I hate angle grinders. I hate using them. That Russian BMP down the road would be stolen later that day by their International Legion unit. That's hilarious. Getting through the window. It's a shit way of entering right there, isn't it? Jeesh. Lots of places there enemies could be hiding, let's be honest. There's so many doors, and he's just walking around like it's no big deal. I mean, I get it, they're doing patrols, right? For the most part, they would have intel if there was enemy here, but still. There could be enemies around any corner here, and he's just walking around. Like, it just shows how much they're used to doing this. Just entering these buildings and having a quick check. Like, SOPs, if it was regular, you wouldn't. Like, look at that. Like, that room clearing's much different there. Much different. But, they're obviously so used to it, aren't they? They're so used to it. The truth is, if they knew there was enemy there, they wouldn't be stood in the doorway, like in the tunnel, the funnel right here, right? They're just like, ah, fuck it.
That's the lock I need you to cut.
Okay.
Actually. Let's clear before you cut it. Let's clear this.
Like, SOP wise, you'd never want to clear stairs on your own, would you? That's horrendous. Like, he's just walking around them corners on his own, but at the same time, like, they haven't, like, obviously they haven't got the manpower to be able to do classic stacks and all that stuff. Like, they haven't got the manpower to do it, and they're just trying to get through these buildings relatively quickly. And they're also very experienced at this point. They're very experienced, and they know exactly what to look for. They might be able to tell different, tell from different things whether there's enemies down there that I can't even see, right? They might be able to, excuse me, I keep burping from a kombucha I had earlier. They might be looking at the stairs and be like, oh, no, I guarantee it's going to be clear. We checked it yesterday, nothing's moved. Or, you know, you would be able to smell, or you'd be able to like, kind of, your senses will be able to detect something if there was someone down there. They would be so attuned to that type of stuff after clearing these buildings so many times that they would almost kind of just know whether there's going to be someone down there. Does that make sense? You have this weird ability in the military, and I've been told so many times this, when lads will be patrolling down a street and then they'll just know it's about to kick off, like something weird they can't pinpoint what it is, but they just feel like something's wrong, and then it kicks off. And it's just that intuition that builds after being in an environment like this for so long. They probably have that so well tuned that walking around these buildings, they don't have to do the regular stacking and clearing certain corners, and they can just kind of like plod through it and get the stuff done. I know it sounds a bit woo-woo, but that's the truth of it. Your intuition's very, very clicked on in this point. I couldn't imagine what theirs is like after doing this for so long. They're still checking every corner. That door, I don't like that door. We got a door on the right here. Looks already open. He checks the door for booby traps, knowing Russians leave them behind. Yeah. So look, they're really stacking here. So this could be a sign of two things. One, that the basement hasn't necessarily been cleared, and so they're a little bit more worried about that. Two, their intuition tells them that there's something going on down here. Or three, they've got intel that there could possibly be people down here, right? There's all these different scenarios. They cleared the upstairs relatively, like, chilled. But down here, he's stacking up. He's checking for booby traps. He's doing all that stuff. So it's a little bit different, isn't it? You can tell there's a little bit of a different feel to the way that they're checking this room than the ones upstairs.
Alright, cut that lock.
Just heard someone say, cut that lock. They brought an angle grinder with them to open the lock to the basement for better shelter. So they must have already been down here and known that there was a lock there for them to be like, bring the angle grinder. But it's just the case, they're going to have to clear it still. But it's a good place to be, to stay the night. But you just don't know who's down there, do you? Also, that's just a wooden door. You'd probably be able to boot that and it would just rip out. Let's be honest. You'd probably be able to boot it. There you go. Let's give it a good whack.
We've been through here already.
Okay.
Did he just say that people have been through here already?
We've been through here already.
Oh, yeah, he says we've been through here already. So, yeah, again, that's that intuition of we've already been through here. We know that no one's going to clear it. It's been locked. We're good. I mean, I don't know whether I would be that relaxed still. I'd still want to do a mandatory sweep personally. But at the same time, these guys have been out there. Like, they've been out there this whole time, you know?
All right, I'm gonna hammer this one. You guys pull on that.
Like, I would be, yeah, I mean, I'd be a little bit more cautious, especially because that back door was just, like, people could just walk in and out of it.
Watch out, watch out.
Got it?
Yeah.
They're clearing this a bit better. Although I wouldn't, if I was him, I wouldn't have just stood there right in the doorway. Jesus.
Okay, we got a bunker here.
Perfect.
Start cleaning this shit out.
Yeah.
So we can get in there. I'll hold all that stuff out of there.
So, me personally, like, this has obviously not been cleared yet, right? It looks like it was locked from the outside, so that's probably why they're not super worried about it. But if I opened a bunker and I saw a bunch of rubble at the very front of it, I would be certainly very worried about, has someone done that on purpose to barricade themselves in? At the same time, I've not been out to Ukraine and fought this war. And so I don't know what the signs are to look for, to know if there's been an enemy presence. Does that make sense? There are certain, like I said earlier, there's certain things to look out for. And when you've been in that environment for so long, you're just going to know. Just like the lads in Afghan are well aware of the killing holes, right? Where the enemy would just pop the rifle or just drop a grenade through a tiny little hole on the other side of a wall where they know that there would be, like, they know to look for them things, right? And although there probably is them things there, it's the same SOPs, right? They know that there could be IEDs all over the road and they have to clear that first. Like, there's certain things you have to be well aware of for each environment, for different environments and different enemies. And my presumption is they're already clued on. Personally, if I was new out there, I'd be pointing every weapon down there while it gets cleared, wondering who the hell's down there if it's been barricaded. But, again, who knows, right? My old teammate leader provided security as he clears up the mess. A soldier's job isn't just combat, it's labor. Yeah, so, I mean, he's got a gun down there, like, keeping an eye on it, and how else, the truth is, how else are you going to get rid of that stuff unless you put your weapon down and get fucking moving that stuff, are you? But still, a sketch, in my opinion. Whether you're digging a trench, filling a sandbag, or clearing a path for quick access to a bunker, as the Kurdish guerrillas say, a good soldier is a good worker. Yep. Steep stairs. And there's a lot of rubble there as well. It's not like just a bit, is it? This is a fantastic bit of footage of the day-to-day life out there, of what they're doing on a daily basis with these patrols, finding a place to get their head down and secure themselves. Like, this is just perfect example of what they've got to do on a daily basis. It's absolutely brilliant. Civdiv again with the outstanding footage.
Shot.
Now, at that point, I would probably get a weapon and go down and clear it now that you can get down there. Because then, in my opinion, what you could do if it was clear and you're happy that it's clear, then you can be a bit more relaxed and just get all that stuff out as quickly as you can. And it's not a big deal. Like, you don't have to have someone pointing the weapon down there. They could be pointing it elsewhere that could be more vulnerable. But again, SOPs, right? SOPs. There you go. He literally just said what I said. Let's clear it, then we'll do the rest. He literally just said that. Brilliant. There you go.
I'm behind you.
He literally just said it. So that's exactly what you would do. Let's just get enough to get it clear, and then, you know, you can piss about and make it nice and tidy and and more livable later on. It's not a big deal.
Yes.
Although if it does kick off, he's going to be scrambling up them stairs, isn't it? Looking for booby traps, I'm sure, some sort.
One more door. Got it.
Ugh. Them initial peaks. Checks for booby traps again, and the other watches the murder hole up top. I didn't see a murder hole. Oh, yeah, right there, yeah. Yep, there you go. Very small. Oh, it goes into another room.
Clear.
Good.
Nice. Again, this is day-to-day footage of getting through there. Keeping that mirror there might be a solid idea so that you can see up there without having to actually go stand up there. It might be a good idea, actually. Or was it just... Oh, it was glass. It looked like a mirror for a second, didn't it? Yeah, now they can clear it up a little bit without the stress, and they can have someone else, like that other guy can have his gun pointed in a better direction that's more of a vulnerable place. I wonder if someone who used to live there is watching this footage thinking, that's my basement, that.
All right, Tim. Let's get back inside and see if there's a good spot that overlooks the bridge. Yeah.
They now have a bunker and an observation post for the night. So now, yeah, they're going to go crack on with the day, and they'll probably come back here.
Right there.
That's really cool. They found themselves a nice spot. Although it's not very nice. It looks kind of grimy down there, doesn't it? But hey, it's a secure place. It's underground from the looks of it, which means there's a bit more security if anything starts kicking off with mortar strikes or anything like that. So that's really good.
Yeah, I got high. Yeah.
They're taking the time going up the stairs. Bit more typical of what I would have seen of SOPs of clearing stairs here.
Give me a second. You get high? Yeah.
It's covering the camera. I want to see. Oh, it's his sling. Clearing the stairs. It looks like they're going up further than where... Was that the room that they came in right there?
Get up on there and get high.
Before they went down the stairs?
2 doors. One straight, one to the left. And a hole in the roof with a ladder.
Yeah, this looks a little sketch. They've got 2 doors and they've got a hole in the roof with a ladder. To me, that screams someone's purposely gone up there to hide or something like that. And so in this position, you would really want the lads to go up and make sure you've got eyes on every single entrance or hole in the roof, you could say, before you make any moves. Because this seems a little bit more sketch.
Yeah.
He's going straight up. He's doing it.
Hey, watch out, don't fall down, man. Hey, that ladder is not stable, man.
Just checking that hole up top by the looks of it. Very quiet. Waiting for the clear. Yeah, there you go. Again, like I said, there's not much action in this footage, but it's so good when it comes to the day-to-day activities of what's going on out there. This is something you could really show to lads in training and be like, this is a prime example of what to look out for, what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, what it could look like if a war kicked off and we didn't have as many people to clear every single room perfectly. Like, this is the perfect example of improvisation, adaptation, and being so attuned with your intuition about the war that you're in. Absolutely phenomenal. These guys out here are really doing the good work. You're gonna boot this door down or what? What's going on here?
Go to the right.
Perfect. So that was a perfect entrance onto a room. I mean, anyone who knows, you know, a little bit about CQB will know that was a great entrance. It's an issue. You see the amount of tables in that room? There could be anything hiding underneath any table or all that lot. But at the same time, like, what are you going to do? You're going to prioritize the door to your right, or you're going to go under every single table and check them all? You're going to keep weapons pointed down that way. That's what you're going to do. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Clear.
As always, the PayPal for my friend with the GoPro will be in the description. He's recovering from serious injuries and currently back in the fight. Thank you all who've already donated. He's fixing his car and buying supplies for the team. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Big thank you to all the members of the channel. Feel free to click the join button down below for exclusive content. Glory to Ukraine and glory to the heroes. This is the tag that this stuff. That's hilarious. That'll boost morale a bit, won't it? Great bit of footage right there. Genuinely, really, really enjoyed it. Let me get rid of this video that just came up. Genuinely really good bit of footage, as always, by Civdiv, and whoever it was who the guy who recorded it, who sent it to him. Again, perfect footage about the day-to-day going abouts of these lads out in Ukraine getting the job done, right? Simple stuff, clearing rooms, keeping an eye on your mate, keeping up to date with his SOPs, being in tune with what's going on. Absolutely fantastic footage. Again, link down below to the original video. Please go check it out. Also, check out Chug. 10% off, link down below. Highly recommend that you do it. And if you want to be part of the giveaway for morale, you can get your morale and you can fill your Chug with it. That's what you could do, guys. Enter the giveaway down below. It's as easy as that. Until next time, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.